I know you guys want to get out here on time, so I'll be brief. I don't know if any politicians ever said that in a minute, but prepare to be amazed. So I'll be brief. My name is Tom Perez, and I'm running to be your representative in the House of Representatives in our 1st Congressional District here. I'm a Navy reservist. I work as a defense consultant in our defense industry. And before that, I spent 10 years in the Department of Defense. And in July will be my 22nd year in the Navy. I spent 8 years in active duty, and I've been deployed 3 times. The rest of that time has been in reserves. And you know, whenever I'm out in town and I'm in uniform, or someone sees me pull out my military ID, I always get "Thank you for your service." And it's a great thing to hear. It's a very patriotic district we live in, and that's wonderful. And my response is always, "Well, it's a pleasure to serve." And that's true, it is. It's been my pleasure to serve this country. But I'll be honest with you, I feel a little guilty sometimes when people say that, because, and I don't want to take anything away from the submarine force. It's a rigorous life, but I've had it good. I've never been shot at. I've never been blown up. Never had to sleep in a foxhole. And I've gotten so much out of being in the military. I got my degree from the Citadel because of my GI Bill. My job with the DoD and now the defense industry is because of the training I received from the military. And so I have a great life, all from being in the military. But when I see guys and girls come home with scars that are so severe, both physical and mental, I feel like I need to be a voice. I need to be a voice for them. I need to be a voice for the 1% who they're voiceless. And particularly even the few of those who actually serve in combat. And so that's why I'm in politics. That's what got me into politics. I think we need somebody who's going to represent the 70,000 veterans that we have in this district. And I think we need someone who's going to represent our military and is going to work with President Trump and General Mattis to make sure that we rebuild our military from the ground up. And I think we need someone who's going to represent our defense industry. At 22,000 jobs, is the largest employer in the district by a long shot. Space Atlantic alone has 13,000 employees. There's nothing that even comes close to that. Well, actually, Boeing and MUSC is slightly south of 13,000 employees, but it's the largest single employer in the district. But that could all go away. There's going to be a BRAC convened in 2019. At least they're talking about having a BRAC in 2019. Base realignment and closure. Remember BRAC 95 that shut down the shipyard. We had a BRAC 2005 that we dodged a bullet on that one. And we got pretty lucky because we had strong representation in the House and the Senate. I want to be that strong representation in the House and the Senate. And how many business owners we have in the room? How many of your clients are either military, defense industry, or DoD employees like I used to? How much of your business would go away overnight if Space or one of our bases got shut down? We need to watch out for that. And that's what I'm here to represent. And I'll leave you with this thought. One of my collateral duties in the Navy Reserves is funeral detail. And so I'm one of the guys who folds the flag off the casket and hands it to the grieving widow. And I fully intend to continue serving in the reserves if I'm elected. And I don't want to stand over that casket and fold in that flag and hand it to a widow and look in her eyes and say, on behalf of the grateful nation, but all the while I'm thinking, you know what? If I'd worked a little bit harder, if I'd passed that bill, if I'd gotten that body armor, then maybe this soldier, sailor, airman, Marine would still be alive. And so this is why I'm running. It's not for self, but for country. And the primary is in June of 18, so it's right around the corner. Make sure you get out there and vote, and I appreciate your support and your vote. So thank you, and I'll put down your questions.
Actually, I'd like to, if you're interested, we'll invite you to one of the breakfasts, so we can actually do a Q&A. That'll probably come up later on in the year. That's okay with you.
Yeah, I'll be around after if I have any questions for you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mr. Tom Perez.